final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to the banks of the Mississippi River, Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium in Memphis, home to the Memphis Tigers. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Golden Eagles will put total leather and we'll get started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Memphis offense will start this game off with the football. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And that's something this offense is going to try to do in this game, and they're doing it early. They want to establish their run game. They want to be more physical. They want to control the line of scrimmage. That's how they're going to attack this defense.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Working well behind the sticks on second down.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller's going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Let's take a minute here to talk a little Memphis. With just a few games remaining, they're atop the conference standings. Jesse, how hard is it not to look ahead at this point?
Really, really hard, because everybody's talking about the conference championship, who you might play. You still got to deal, and you still got to take care of business on the field today. That's the most important thing. It's been a phenomenal season up to this point, David. Great things ahead, potentially, but you got to win this one today.
Well, and I think that's what's really important. It's a great start, and now it's about finishing the season. To be at the top is awesome, but you can't lose a conference game or 2 conference games and get yourself out of the mix.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tiger.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Golden Eagles offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, and that's got to be on display in this game.
The give to the back. Got enough for the first. At the 40, there he goes. Just what they needed, an explosive play in the running game, and they're out to the 49-yard line before he goes out of bounds. Jackson gonna throw it. Pocket breaking down. He'll try to do it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides. And the Golden Eagles want to move quickly. Let's chat for just a moment about Southern Miss. They were really excited about the pickup they got last week. Commitment from a 3-star defensive back, David. And when programs at this level can get guys like that in the building, everybody celebrates.
The whole building gets excited because transfer portal is one thing, but high school recruiting, when you can get somebody out of high school with some raw tools that are really good, you can see the future could be bright. You take those guys, you try to develop them instead of going into the transfer portal.
The Golden Eagles line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Motion from the wideout. They'll try the run. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Just feeds the running back. They bring him down, but not before he picks up a Memphis first down. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked. Maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty.
There he goes! Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
Remember back when I played for the Florida Gators, if you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
Gets it to the back. Still running at the 40. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Fights off the defender. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
The Tigers are threatening on 1st and goal. Pushes for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Memphis.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he tacks on the extra point. set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. From the gun, running back gets the give. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line. And the Golden Eagles are in the hurry-up.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
The play-action fake. Bears the pressure. Finds the tight end. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The Golden Eagles are moving quickly down the field.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46. Handoff from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Golden Eagles come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. On the option. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Here's the handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again.
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Quick completion to the right. Breaks into the open. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Golden Eagles come to the line in the hurry-up. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see what they do on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on third down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties. They keep these third downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll do it himself. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time.
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Southern Miss.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Lining up for the PAT. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Michigan State is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 14 to Michigan. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. From the gun, the ground game. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Awesome job there on 3rd down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down. He finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Back open in the middle. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at 34. And the Tigers with the 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Tigers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Memphis.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score. And he's got some space. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. And the Golden Eagles will hustle to the line.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. No huddle offense to the line. Off the play fake. Using the quick game. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Offense in the hurry up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's got it on the right. Open space at the 25. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Golden Eagles, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He'll keep it himself. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Jackson will throw. Fires to the wideout. Looking to get it in. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Fires to the tight end. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
The kickoff unit is out. Boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. The toss to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Well, the head coach told us in pregame he liked the way his defensive speed matched up, and it's really hard to get the edge against these guys.
Yeah, and everybody wants to run outside and get their fast guys in space, but you look at how fast these backers close and run the football, it looks like you've got a little bit of space out wide, and then, boom, it's gone in a hurry.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
That's caught. It's Soto. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Here comes a 3rd down situation, and the defense has had no answer so far. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Memphis will be forced to punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. He'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. Find some fresh air. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, and we have run out of time in the 2nd quarter. Memphis ready to kick it deep and get the 2nd half going. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the 2nd half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut that off of that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Couldn't quite pull it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. And the Golden Eagles send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They'll try to get outside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Soto. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. There he goes down the right side. Touchdown, Southern Miss. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And that's just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Hauls it in.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. To the air on first down. They're working that left side. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the right. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. So now it's 2nd and long. Let's it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he's going to try to return this one. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Golden Eagles want to crank the tempo. Running back searching for a hole. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. And the Golden Eagles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll run play action. He lost one down the sideline. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Golden Eagles will bring the punt team onto the field. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway and now they're in business.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there, and how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Under pressure, and down he goes in the 33. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Jackson gonna throw it. Working that left side now. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. He'll pull it on the read. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on second down. The give to the tailback. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line's going to have to...
Touchdown, Southern Mississippi! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
PAT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. James Madison is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 25 to Rutgers. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll move the wide receiver. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Now the play fake. Makes the grab. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
Tries to get it on the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I know there are some people that say, no, in your own territory, you punt the football, you be conservative. No, sir. 4th and 1, I'm hitting the gas. All gas, no brakes. I'm going for this. I prepared for it all week. Nice job by the offense getting the first down on 4th and 1.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, turning it on!
A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Memphis heads to the line with a 1st and goal.
Black 33, Mouse choice.
Slams ahead. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? This is a designed run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Memphis.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line. And the Golden Eagles in the hurry-up.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry-up.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. Jackson will throw. Complete to the left. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Golden Eagles come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the right. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior shows some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. How about those sweet twinkle toes-like moves as he gets to the 38? And the Golden Eagles can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Fires to the big fella. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down. The Golden Eagles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Put themselves in a bit of a bind with that last one is 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. A shot toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back, but the problem is the defense.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. The 30. He's at the... And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Tiger. They extend this fourth-quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And that just might do it, man. Offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Right back to it. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Golden Eagles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Jackson gonna throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Gutierrez. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Breaks into the open. Inside the 40. Past the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Southern Miss. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. A long run from the running back, not exactly setting any land speed records, but he got the job done.
It was a long run that took a long time because he's not the fastest guy in the world. But it doesn't matter, right? Get that nose for the end zone, get in the goal line. That's all that matters. That's all we're keeping score. That 6 counts for just as much as all those fast guys. They get there in a hurry.
Lining up to add another.
Is on for the extra point.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final touch, courtesy of that 76-yard sprint to the house. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Toss sweep right. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Smart move to keep it on the ground.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Memphis just keeps moving the chains on this drive. They're set up with another first down. From the gun, the running back has it. Gets it past the marker. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
I think you have to like what you see through the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. You just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Grab behind the line. It's Bell. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Gets it out fast. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and push it in coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Not very pretty, highly effective using that carom off the left upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Jackson will throw. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Four wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got the back over the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Golden Eagles headed quickly to the line. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, they're after him. They're going to get him for a safety. Trying to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2.
These offenses, sometimes when they get pressed and they know they got to go fast and they got to put points on the boards, sometimes they get a little bit reckless, and they do right here. They give up the safety. Now down multiple possessions and kicking off. The chances of them winning just went way downhill.
After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Slithers into space.
Returner is tackled down at the 37. And your Memphis Tigers.
Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, David.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
Quarterback running on the draw. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Leaves it with the running back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Well, there's not a lot of mystery what you're going to do on offense at this point of the game. With the lead late, you're just going to lean on your star running back. This is a guy who is going to play on Sundays at the next level. Just keep giving him the football and just let him take this thing over.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it, but get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. It's still a successful play.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun. Give on the inside. Tough run. Gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. One more play to pad the stats. Here's a heat. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can...
And down he goes. Not sure about putting your quarterback in harm's way there, but that's going to do it. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
Thank